Right, how to change the master cylinder on a Vw Tiguan EOS. This is what this is. A Golf, they're all the same. It's all the same underneath there. And if you remove this, you don't need to. So seeing it's removed, don't worry about it. But basically, in there, if you've got a long socket extension bar, which you can put 3 long ones together, and if you wanted to, put tape over the middle joint, and it's a 13mm socket on the end. If you shine a torch down there, there's a nut at the back, and you undo that nut, and underneath the pedal, looking up, you see 2 nuts. See that nut? Yeah, and there's one on that side. Okay, so they're easy to undo, 13mm. But before you undo those, and there's a panel here, which is this, right? And it's held up with 2 torque screws underneath, right? But before you undo those 3 13mm nuts, down the back here, you can see down there the electrical connector, which is that, and see that clip there? Well, that there has to come this way, and when it comes this way, this whole connector slides off, right? And then this, there's a rubber thing inside at the end, which you can just, with a bit of force, literally pull this pipe off. Be careful to try and catch the piece of rubber, the rubber tube that's inside there, yeah? You need that rubber tube. Right, so you pull it off, okay, and then down there, you can see it, you can actually see the pipe when my camera goes into focus. Right, you see that brake pipe, clutch pipe, there. So using a tool like this, which is perfect, hook it in there and lever, and that R clip comes out to about here. And when it comes out, you can then push down on that pipe to get it out. But you have to push down with some force because it's rubber on the end of that pipe where it goes up into the hole. So when you want to put that pipe back up into the hole, what you do is, you can see down there, that pipe, that small one, you can get the tool through there. You can just about see it when the camera goes back into focus, through there and under the brake pipe, see there? And then push down with the handle, and that rises up and pushes the pipe up firmly into the new master cylinder, yeah? Right, and the other thing, so once you've got them 3 apart, okay, then you can either try to take the master cylinder out there, right, or don't bother. If you take it out there, you may not drip fluid through and into the car, but when you undo them 3 nuts on the inside that I've just shown you, then you can take the whole pedal assembly in, and as the pedal assembly comes in, that master cylinder is screwed into the back of the pedal assembly. It's not screwed into what you think is the metal of the car here, yeah? So literally undo them 3 nuts on the inside, make sure you've got rags down underneath the pedal assembly, and pull the pedal assembly in, right? But you need, for the pedal assembly to come out, the pedal needs to be in the pressed in position, like you've put your foot on it and the pedal's down, and then you'll find that it comes out easier than if the pedal's in the retracted position. But if you do want to take that master cylinder out, that master cylinder turns to the left, a quarter turn, and then pulls back. but I'd do it the other way if I were you. And then when it comes to, you've put the assembly back in, when you put the assembly back in, you want to put the new master cylinder in, and the new master cylinder, you want to get it from VW. The master cylinder, the rod that comes out backwards and forwards in the master cylinder has a ball on the end of it, alright? And that ball, okay, clips into a white clip that is in the pedal, the clutch pedal. And the white clip looks like this. You can get them from VW. And using a new one, it's definitely better, without a doubt. Ours was broken. Definitely better. The ball goes in there, and that clamps down over the ball. You'll see in the middle of the pedal arm, and you'll see it faces back like that, and basically the ball of that goes in there like that. Right, but know one thing: if you get a pattern master cylinder, the arm, right, that pulls backwards and forwards in the pump thing, on the pattern one we had, it was just straight out. It was not articulated. And what you want is it so that when it comes out, that this bar can lower 45 degrees and up. It needs to have a pivot in here. If it just pulls out and back in, back like that, and straight, it's no good. Take it back, because it's a shit one. Alright, it mustn't just pull out straight. It must have an articulated joint in it, so that when it pulls out, the bar can drop 45 degrees down. It needs to, because the pedal, as the pedal comes backwards, it does this. Say that key is the bar coming out of the master cylinder, and it's going to join on like that, right? And this is the pedal. Basically, the pedal does that. See? Takes it out of alignment, yeah? So unless this part here has got the articulate in there, right, and you can check it from when you buy new, take it out of the box and just pull the plunger back. If the plunger comes back straight and doesn't come back and then go to the side like that, yeah, it ain't no good. You have to have the one that goes to the side. And if you want to avoid the problem, just go to VW and get it. Pay the money and get it. You'll know then that straight away it will work. Because the trouble is when you use these pattern ones, they aren't exactly the same, and when you go to put it together, you can be there 3 times longer, maybe even having to go back, and in the end you might even end up just going, do you know what, I'm going to VW, and you go to VW and get the right master cylinder and it fits first time. And these things as well, it's just logical, just change it rather than messing about with your old one. But when it's in and you want to get that white clip out from the pedal arm, right, what you see is you'll see that, and you'll see that protruding out of in two holes in the arm, right? If you use a flat screwdriver on both sides and come in at an angle and pivot at the same time on both sides, locking into that shape and that shape, you'll find that it goes and comes straight out. Then, when you want to bleed it, if you've got to bleed a power bleeder, which is this thing with a gauge, they're about £100 now. Screw it onto the master cylinder, brake clutch fluid reservoir bottle, screw it onto that, and then pressurise it up to 20 psi, and then put a bungee around so it stays to the bonnet stay and doesn't fall over and leak everywhere. And then when you come down there is the slave cylinder, and you're going to have a clear pipe pushed onto that, and you're going to have an 11mm ring-ended spanner and the ring goes over the nut, and then the pipe goes over. You'll see a nipple in the middle. So spanner first and then pipe over. Pipe comes up and down and into a bottle with liquid in it, and the pipe's got to be beneath the surface. Then inside, the clutch pedal is all back and bolted into place with the master cylinder, and it's all connected like that in here, yeah? You push the pedal down and up, down and up, down and up a couple of times, and it's when it's in the up position, then you undo that nut a quarter of a turn, making sure the pipe stays on there, no air can get in, and you'll see it will shoot fluid and air through the pipe and down into that bottle. I do it about 10 times and then lock it off, and you'll see straight away, there you go, the fluid's in and there's no air. The only thing you need to do is make sure that whilst you put fluid into that, probably half full, but you need to just keep an eye on it, because that thing's pushing and it's just a bit that happens to be fluid in there. But if that runs out, it will suck air in and push air into the pipe. You don't need a lot, you only need like a litre in that container thing, power bleeder. But that is the way to do it for sure. Hopefully that helps.